We start the show with you. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Just a minute. The first question is, hello, everybody. Hi, Cheryl. She says, is our little cutie patootie with you today? Hi, Mary. And of course, cutie patootie is here. It's like, I guess I better turn that music off. Oh, it changed. It's like which music I need off more than the other. There. Hi, Gayla and Mary and Sarah and Mary Webb. Yes, she is here. She's fussy. She caught a cold. She's got her cousin that goes to school. So, guess what happened? Oops, there's a big burp. Hi, Terry, June. Your baby's still all congested there, Terry. But she slept through the night still and coughed. Kept her mama awake. Hi, Lori. I just took her off of floor time so she could be on the TV screen. Yes, so far today, it's like I'm adding borders to the elephant, making her just a little bigger that way. Yeah. And she's been having diarrhea too. So, hi, Courtney. Snowing again? Okay, Terry. Everybody else saying hi's. Yep. I'm Melanie. But, and the only way she's sleeping is if I hold her. Hi, Joyce. So I'm going to cut this to 1 hour. And hopefully we make an hour. I've already sewed with her asleep on my lap today. Working on the elephant. Yeah. But she's not running the fever like her cousin. Alani had 103 the other day. Haven't heard what her fever was yesterday. She just said she was running a fever again. But she's been helping me sew. She was holding the elephant fabric. She likes doing anything here. Yep. Yep, the elephant's up there on the wall. It's very bright, huh? She just ate. Hi, Kenneth. Yeah, if we was all together, she'd be the most well-loved little girl if Terry shared her. I could see Terry taking off, locking herself in another room. Say, I'm not sharing. I'm not going to share, right? Like when her mama comes for lunch every day. Ouch! Let go. Let go. There, it's like, but Emily said that last night she had to hold her for like 30 minutes to get her to sleep, or was sleeping 30 minutes, and then she successfully laid her down. But we don't want her to go to sleep yet. No. Well, we do, but we don't. You going to say hi to everybody? Yeah. Terry would run and hide with her little one. Yeah. You can tell she's tired. Right now, her doggie's laying on her playmat. But I have one of the pressed flowers and its pieces sitting here to sew on. So we're working on the pressed flower blocks. I got 5 up there complete so far. That means I got 7 to go, but the fabric won't be here till Monday for the other ones. I can do 3 blocks and then I'm stuck. Yeah, this one here, I say it's a tulip, but they say it's a rose. I guess I got to keep envisioning pressed flowers. What would a rose look like pressed in a book? I still don't think it would look like this. I really don't think it would look like this. So they're just flowers. Some weird ones, but some flowers. What? Are you wanting to go to sleep already? It'd be different if you would fall asleep and transfer. Yeah. What? Yeah. Hi, Gladys. Yep, hi, Gladys. What? She found a comfortable position anyway. If she would just lay down and fall asleep. Because I don't like hearing her cry. Because it's so hoarse. Oh. We're going to turn this down a little. Oops. Not quite enough. There it is. I think. You remember those days? Yep. I have to set the ruler on because I need to find where the center of the block is. Which there is a center. Being it's done in basically 2 pieces. We have the leaf pieces and then we have a center block. So always make sure. Melanie, I have guardianship of one of my grandsons. He is 9. I've had him his whole life, and he's number 6 of my grandkids. I'm 63 and wouldn't change it. If someone told, years ago even, I had to raise my grandkids, I'd say, when do I get them? You're fine. That would be me. It'd be, when do I get them? My Emily's brother become a ward of the court, and he's got a different dad. And that grandma had to make that decision. There wouldn't be any hesitation in my book. It's like when Melinda did her different training she had to do with the Park Service. It's like she had to attend the police academy because they carried weapons, and we just took over and helped her whatever way we could. They went to their dads all the time, but when it would be her weekend, we went and got them instead. Yeah, you gonna make everybody feel sorry for you. Yeah, you got that icky cough. You got that icky cough. Let Grandma get it pinned up there. Oh, shoo! Shoo! Bless you, little one. Bless you, little one. Let me get my hair back out of the way. This seems to be the way she wants to held and fall asleep. One thing I wouldn't go out and adopt a kid at 68, 69. But I would have jumped in and taken care of my grandkids. But just look at the purple poo back there. Look at the purple poo. Yep. Making sure I got right sides and wrong sides. There, see, Casey's first wife, she was adopted by her parents when they was 60. That was a little bit much for me. See, we didn't have internet at all. Not until, the last couple of years of the kids in school. And then when we had the old computer where you had to program everything in. So our screensaver was a memo board. We'd take time and put all the information in to get the kids, told them what they was going to be doing. She's not asleep yet, but close. What? Cutie tootie. They wanted us to get a computer so Ronnie could do her homework. because they couldn't read or writing at all. Yeah, but Emily's grandma, she's had, out of the four kids, out of the four kids her mom has given birth to, Emily is the only one that the state hasn't taken custody of. And then the grandma was still working full time, but her stepbrother, Matthias, he has Apert syndrome. If you ever want to look up something that's Apert syndrome, and he's full of medical appointments and whatnot. It's a genetic thing. And he had webbed hands and feet, and his head was kind of shaped like I call it a dried up apple. He had to have a trach. Well, they missed some of his appointments because his biological dad said, "No way, I'm not taking him over." So that's how the court ended up taking lack of proper medical. Well, they ended up having to adopt him to get the insurance. And then the other two, she had a miscarriage in there. Placenta previa is, I think, what you call. She fell and ruptured the placenta, or however it happens. She lost that one. But he's a forever hand. You know, he will never leave that grandma and grandpa. She's already asleep. Between the sewing machine sound and I guess probably my voice. So now get this one laid out here on here. Whoever thought that I'd be sewing and holding a baby. I see is not as congested. She doesn't cough when I hold her. But one of her other half sisters, grandma probably feels guilty. She got taken away again from mom. You can't keep giving her back her kids. She ended up committing suicide. So Emily had some regrets there that she couldn't take her sister. But it's like, they're not supposed to have to raise their own siblings when you're a child. He talks and whatnot, but he doesn't understand things. Because he come over. I just realized she's got my shirt so stretched down there. You have a friend not had? Yes. But it just, Emily felt bad that, because she didn't take custody of her sister. She didn't know her sister because her mom, the only way she'd come over is if someone give her gas money. and food and this and that. There's always a money thing. But their biological dad didn't want them either. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She just coughed and burped all at the same time. Yep. Kathy's son. And see, her mom was told about Matthias having all these problems in the womb. And the guy said, there's no way my son will never come out like that. That guy was something else. He hated girls. Women are good for a few things: cooking, cleaning, and sex. That's what his itinerary was as far as a woman. But his sons took a knife towards Emily, and we got her, and she never went back to that house. There's no way, because he was screaming something about women are just bitchs. But she's not a woman. She was a 2-year-old child. 2 going on 3. And we couldn't hold her from seeing her mom. The courts don't believe in some of that. So we just tried. And as far as law enforcement goes, as long as you're the parent, you have the right to have your kid. They can't do anything. Even if, because we had to prove the boyfriend that lived in the house was violent. Yeah. When there's that percentage, Kathy, I would have, because we was told once that if I broke out in a rash and I was pregnant with Ronnie, and they told me if it was measles, that they would highly recommend that I ended the term. It's like, luckily I didn't have to make the decision. I was allergic to cigarette smoke, is what it turned out to be. But see, Emily's grandma they've already got which aunt will take him. They already got who's got custody figured out. Because they're around him more than. Yeah, bad cough. You okay? You okay? Should I see if you'll transfer? Because this is definitely a weird way. He's off my left arm. This is when I need to practice more. Yeah, she gets the Vicks Vapor Rub on. Ouch. Just put the pin in my finger, not in the block. Yep, she's getting the Vicks Vapor Rub. The vaporizer. Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, Emily said she lost a lot of sleep last night because she kept listening at her coughing. And you just heard why. You just don't know the choking on it. Heck, thanks, Gayla. It's the pressed flower, but it's called a pressed rose. They're a little bit goofed. Good thing I noticed that. I was just putting this one on upside down because the white on white. Need to concentrate a little bit more. You put a little pad in it. Okay. They got all sorts of new stuff since my grandkids, because Austin's my youngest grandchild, and he's 22. And then we've never had this many colds. Coda and Aspen in that house. I don't think they've had anybody with a cold. They was unfortunate to get COVID. That was a challenge. That was something else. I'm going to see if I can lay her down. Yeah. And you don't know what to really get because some pediatricians don't believe in this or don't believe in that. It's like it worked fine for my kids. Why can't it work fine for my grandkids? See if I can get her in a better position than this. The dog's on the floor mat. It's like, at least it gets used, right? She's keeping it warm for her. And I have her again tomorrow. It's like we're really hoping that Alicia keeps Alani home another day plus the weekend, stay home and not run around. Because she's not going to get over it. You can't keep running, even if it's Dad's weekend. It's like, just have to say, sorry, Dad. Because Alicia's worried that Ellen's going to get it again. That it's just going to go in that vicious circle. Oh, double check. It's like it was off here. I was watching those California fires today. Quite the fires. Watched some of the president thing. Watched some of the California fire. The same winds that are coming up around us, giving us this little flux of snow. It's the same one that goes down and goes through the mountains and builds up to 90-mile-an-hour gusts of wind going down through the canyon, the valleys and canyons, or whatever they call them down there. Yes. And then that one guy that says, my house survived, but look of all the houses around me, I have no neighbors. But his house was spared. He says, you don't know if you should feel lucky or sad. Because I have everything still. And then that one nursing home or hospital that just started pushing the hospital beds out. And then they met up with the different, whoever was transporting them out, because they couldn't get enough transportation devices. That's it. I will pick you back up because I don't want you to get all lumpy. Here, go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Go back to sleep. Start you back up higher. Okay, I got that block at least blocked in. What? And they did a overlaid today. How 2 houses would be gone and the other one's standing. See, I just had to put the on point block together. I had to put these big 10-inch cut in half. You're fine. Yeah. What? Her 5-minute nap. Yeah. What? Yeah. Your 5-minute? It might have been 10. Thank you, Melanie. It's like I can't pin it up there right now. It's like, whoops. Throw it up here behind me. Stay up there. Hi, Lorraine. The block, when it's all trimmed, is 17.5. Hi, Lisa. They're 12.5-inch blocks. And then with the 10-inch square cut on an angle, and you sew it back on, it makes it 17.5. It's almost an 18. Always make sure because I have her in my hand. Those fires are such tragedy. So many people affected. Lost. Yes, and they're movie stars. They're everything. One of the General Hospital guys lost his house, I guess, or his house is in that mess. And I tagged Jen on the link of it because she's a General Hospital, her and Kathy. Okay. 12.5. 12.5. It's like, I forget what this one is. Bluebell? This is what they call a bluebell, I think it is. And it's like, gotta remember, it's smashed. That's the hardest thing to remember, that it's smashed. What? No, that's a delphinium. This one is. I just happened to find it. Yeah, who has money and no don't? Nope, it doesn't. It's like there, I dug out all the pieces of the puzzle. Okay, she'll show you. This one here is called a forget-me-not. And I've never seen a forget-me-not that looks like that. I don't even think pressed it would look that way. Your figured out measurements. This one here, Love is in a Mist, is what that one's called. This is a zinnia, and I've never seen a zinnia like that, so I probably would never grow one. This one here, I thought was like purple coneflower or echinacea. That's a hyacinth. This is the only one I believe. This is a pansy. This one is a lily of the valley. But here's that one that I said was a tulip. It's definitely a rose to me. Or it's a rose, but it looks like a tulip to me. And it tells you on the back, best time of year to plant them. They was in the Fat Quarter Shop sampler box. Every month they got one, and you could buy it every month from the Fat Quarter Shop. This one here, I'm not sure how to say it. Anomi. They kind of look like a daisy, kind of, or a chrysanthemum. This was a marigold. Yeah, however we say it. And then this is a bluebell. And this is a cosmos. And the one I'm working on is my delphinium, which I have a delphinium. It's been growing in my backyard since my 25th wedding anniversary. So it is 28 years old. First, they said I could never get it to grow from a seed. I'll prove them wrong. Yes, she is intrigued with the patterns. That's why I said she's going to show you. And she loves my purple rotary cutter. And we know we're not going on that one. And the cord she's hanging on to is to the plug. I have a fabric book somewhere. She's just now gripping things really well. What are you going to do? Oh, we have to measure to see if that's center. Yep, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a quarter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a quarter. Okay, that's the center right there. We're going to do some of that color crayon transferring. And then there's another technique I want to try. They say take your kids' artwork and put saran wrap around it and behind it, and you can actually press that onto your shirt. I have an old shirt about to go to the garbage. And so I'm thinking about that. Every time I give her something to hold, she drops it. So here, let's try this. Here you go. It's bright enough. You want this? There you go. Keep it in your hand. Yeah. You going that work for you? There we go. Oh, she let go of it already. There, maybe. You can eat on that all you want. It's just a piece of fabric. Yes, Joan. And hi, hello, Joan. Like I said, about the time uh, she gets into the sewing, her mom will probably have her at-home job. One thing about it, the fabric is bright enough, right? Should be bright enough. Wait. Yeah, you can put it in your mouth. It isn't anything important. One last check to make sure I have the fabric the right way. She's an inspector. Yep. There's your fabric. Yeah, I do too. I just don't like the way she croops when she's laying down. Because you can hear it. You can hear the phlegm. That's what Emily was listening to all night. Yeah. Can't wait for grandbabies. I know I won't be as talented as you. Can only deal with one thing at a time since the strokes. It's like I had the TIAs, and they were supposed. Someone always said there was a warning that a stroke was coming, but Casey was 3 years old, and I guess the warnings didn't mean much to my body. I had 3 of them. I guess I just wasn't. I was too tough, bullheaded. Wasn't my time. You had several mini strokes. I never managed to get. They can't confirm them. They only can go by what I tell them. But yeah, it's like loss of use of left, slurred speech, had everything. Except for when it got to the doctor, it would be all gone. Just like nothing ever happened. She loves holding on to this shelf. If it's not the wire thing, it's the cord to my tablet. But when she's looking over this way, that quite often that's what she's looking at. Here's your fabric. Here's your fabric. I'm glad you're still sewing and stuff, Joan. My mom had her stroke. She lost interest in everything. It just gave her the reason to be. She had bone on bone hip and they wouldn't do anything. And so the stroke gave her an excuse not to do anything. And I was sad for that because my mom loved knitting, crocheting, sewing, ceramic paints. There's so many things she loved doing. There you go. And I think Aspen and Coda, they would want to. Yes, there's a pin in that one. There's a pin in that one. You stick with yours. Yours is pin free. I had to relearn a lot. Crochet, knit, tat, and now sewing. Okay. It's like, is sucking on Grandma's finger better? Is it? I haven't found anybody to teach me to tat, and I keep saying, don't look it up either. So far, I've managed. I've seen some beautiful tatting. And the one main thing I wanted to learn to tat was this one lady was customizing her Christmas cards. She would look for Christmas cards that had like a fireplace, and she'd tat little Christmas stockings. She loved miniatures. And put them on the cards before she sent them to family. Family and important friends. And I said, can I get on your mailing list? Her brother also crocheted. He made beautiful doilies. I have one of the doilies. He made a couple of us gals at work. He made us Christmas doilies. He says not everybody gets them because he didn't like everybody. But next week I'm going to try and do another heart Valentine related block. It's called Scrappy Heart Quilt Block. It's from Coriander. Is that what her name? Coriander Quilts off her YouTube. She has a heart one that they made into a pillow. And then she also had I don't know if you guys seen, but I'll find my pillow again. I made tatted butterflies. I guess she doesn't want, and then I've made this shamrock into a pillow already for myself. I'm going to make one of each. That's coming up. I'm going to make that one into a pillow and that one into a pillow. And the backs of my pillows used to be, I went to the thrift store and would hunt for blouses, shirts. I use them as the back because they have the buttons and the buttonholes, everything already in there. But on the two I have up there waiting for the long arming, Ronnie picked the red one today. She says Melinda can have the pink. What? 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 I know you need to just go back to sleep. Yeah, because they have all the buttons and everything ready. Because when I made the one for the up here with the poo, I didn't have a shirt. So I'm going to sit this to the side because she's getting grumpy. And I figured I'd stay on about an hour. And I wish that I'll hunt for my pillows that I'm using the shirts for the back. But I just sat them on my cutting board and I cut out as wide as I could cut. So I knew if I could have an 18-inch pillow or what size pillow. Women's shirts are harder because women's shirts have the darts or those shaped contour over seams for the waist and the this one here is a scrappy heart. It has a variety of, it has some 3-inch squares, some 2.5-inch squares. But Corey Yoder a year ago, she had these out. And they're free on her. Hi, Jennifer. What is Maya's taking up your bed? Your play toy? But it's like, there's the 3-inch squares are the half square triangle ones. And then my green, I actually have like cabbage and lettuce and stuff in my greens on my pillow. I might have a few more greens now. Not sure. I have some from making this layer cake. But the heart one's a 1-page printout and the shamrock one is a 2-page printout. But they are free. And I will link them up in the video when I'm done here. Yeah. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You going to sew? Okay. It's not going to go very far. Yeah. I like happy. Yeah. She stares at it a lot because it's back there. But my daughters complained, and Darlene was here that day. Melinda and Ronnie got together, and Mom's slacking. So I let her. Ronnie came earlier today, and she picked the red one that's out front here of the behind me. And she says Melinda can have the pinker one, but she says I already know where I'm putting it. So that means I have to find all the materials and get it done. And then I didn't tell her about the pillows because I'm thinking a holiday pillow, make them to where they fit the same pillow and they can take them off. And then when Ronnie, she's finally she goes, she got some royal blue hair color and she's going to dye her hair. So blue. So as it grows, she'll have blue tips. She's going to do it all over blue. And then Terry, She's doing great. You would have thought she had a heart attack on Monday. She got the bill from the pharmacy for her meds for the month. $15,000 for the one of her meds. And then it's a new year, new deductible. And her insurance, her Obamacare, is $9,000 deductible. But she saved all year, since she was diagnosed with cancer. She saved to make sure she had that next 9,000 in there before the first of the year. So the 4 pills she takes a day she's got it figured out to $500 a day, $250 a meal. It's snowing crazy, plus made some grilled cheese sandwiches with my homemade bread. Yeah. And when the pharmacy, they told her to get something. I forget what it was. It's on my phone. And she gets that drug paid for a year. Yeah, she gets that drug paid for 1 year from the pharmacy. She was very happy on that. But then her other infusion and all that stuff, she hasn't seen that bill yet this year. The one thing that she has against her is her husband's business. So she doesn't qualify for a lot of the other thing. But the pharmacy just happened to find this, and she qualified for this one for the year. She says, I'll take it. A year's a year. She has to take these pills for 2 years altogether. So all we can do is watch the price of them go up every year. A charity can pay your bills no matter what. But it's like when I got my eye drops, it went by my income. I had to prove that I was only getting my Social Security and then that little retirement, whatever you want to call that thing. But I got my eye drops for 2 years for free. It was only $450 a month, but at $15,000. But she's looking into all of her stuff this time because she has her infusion. That's two. It's like I don't know where they come up with these things that are supposed to prevent you from getting other cancers. I don't quite get that. But they come up with ways. But I'm going to let you guys all go. And instead of rocking you guys to sleep, I will go rock this one to sleep. And just hold on to her for a half hour. So she can get the sleep she needs. So if I fall asleep while I'm rocking her, it's no biggie. Okay, I will hug your baby. Auntie Terry. Say bye, Auntie Terry. Say bye-bye. Bye, everybody. It's like, let's get this turned around so I can get the mouse. Yes. And then we'll go night-night. But you can see she's getting worse. It's like, let me get the mouse. Bye, everybody. Oops, wrong button. She jiggled. Oh,